last week's game might have hurt a little bit.
When they get done, I don't know when.
I'll have Ethan cue you again and just throw up your title screen or run a commercial or.
All right, I'll do opening.
But
I'll do the because I don't know how long it starts after that.
Yeah, y'all know how to do that shit, man. All that shit y'all do over there, little wizards on the computer shit. I'll be sitting there going Control Alt Delete. I remember that. I'm like Patrice O'Neal when he talks about that shit. When he was talking about he goes, man, I never learned computers. They had computer class. Man, we used to skip computer class and go steal meat and bread. We selling sandwiches in class. I'm like, little faggot head typing.
I remember computer class was kind of hard, to be honest.
I know they always try to do that damn shaking your fingers. I was like, my hand's too big now.
I can't do that.
I'm almost like that.
This ain't for the weak.
I type like a 40-year-old man.
Yeah. Hey, I got quick with these damn 4 fingers.
No, can only make a few mistakes.
Yeah, that's why my lady ain't went nowhere neither. That's why she deal with my shit. Picking her up with them. Everybody getting them blow up tunnels now.
I miss the days of the ripping of the paper.
And Shaw and Northside both had one when I was in that game.
Did I tell you about how my buddy Bradley, he's an athletic trainer from Benson Valley? Last week they want to get Central, and they don't know about Central. And he told me, he was proud of it, because they're like, Brad, you think we'll win this one? He was like, no. Come on, they can't be that good. Go wait.
Yeah.
Lo and behold, he texted me at halftime, they were up like 35.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah. The boys at Central are different.
Yeah. I know I'm big, but I'm fat. And then I wanted to pull up one time. It had something to do with like the Lions arena thing. I was like, these something big, like tall. Everybody was tall.
I was saying, yeah.
They're all like my brother's height.
Yeah. Arena football too. They get crazy up there. I went one and dude went to catch it like that, and he fell over the rail. You know what I'm talking about? I was like, God.
When I was coaching high school ball, I got elected to coach the Georgia Alabama All-Star game, and it was arena, and they made it arena league style at the Civic Center.
Yeah.
So we had to change, I had to learn arena league stuff.
Yeah. I was like,
they stomped the shit out of Alabama.
Well, they didn't put me in arena football. You know what I'm saying? Because then I could throw the football far. Yeah, I ain't gonna be able to throw it.
No. Yeah, we.
I wonder if any of that boy down there committed to Georgia.
I know they got a. Bad Wi-Fi?
John's not know.
I tried calling you, but you called me too late.
My bad.
Hey.
I mean, the only thing is, if you want to go over to Glenwood, on the campus there, that's a long way back. Get you a snack, and you got to work here. You got to do it.
They told me I could.
Or when we're getting screen tearing on here, I'm going to warm right.
Get what?
Like screen tearing, he said?
They're getting the same thing.
Okay. Is there something we can do to fix it, or is it just...
Glass break.
Okay.
Doing the Glenwood game.
Our crew, man.
I see what I feel ass.
You're good, man. I don't want to get you in trouble. You keep doing what you need to do.
Check this out. I had a new bench press max yesterday.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. At 300. I want to hit 315 so I can hit 3 plays.
Get you a thick girl now.
Yes. Gotta thresh something like a limit.
I'm Thrift Behringer here, along with Mike Frost. It's Georgia Alabama Sports Live Game of the Week, baby, and we got a good one for you. It is Harris County taking on Carver, and I got the man, the myth, the legend, the guy that has really become a staple here these last couple of weeks. You heard him a lot. Mike Frost, what are you looking forward to this one, man?
Out of the hands of Sebastian Hurd and that offense over at Carver. The box top assassin having a good season so far, the freshman at Carver. But you'll probably see some high flying on offense for the Carver Tigers tonight. Jarvis Jones, known as defensive player, came in defense with Carver, came in defense with Georgia, played in the NFL. This offense has been lights out so far for the Tigers. Wins over Whitewater, Spencer last week.
Harris County on the flip side, Mike, 42-0 against Troup County. That's not what you're used to seeing under Tommy Watson's last couple, especially his last couple of seasons. Now, I expect County to come out, obviously, a lot more motivated than they were last week. But here's the problem. Carver's going to come out just as motivated because that was their only loss last year, Mike.
It's going to be a little bit of redemption for the Tigers. They're coming out hard. They got the blackout going on tonight. Fans are starting to fill up. These kids are really hyped up. I was down in the field earlier last week. Even the Carver coaches are hyped, yelling across the field. The anticipation's starting to build. You know, they really want this one. They're hungry for it.
Harris County and Carver, Georgia Alabama Sports Live. Game of the week, Mike Frost, Thrift Behringer here with you. We have a good one in store for sure, and cannot wait for it to go down here, man. Mike, How does Harris County pull off the upset?
It's going to be a little bit of that. Tommy Ball is going to have to work for them tonight. They're going to have to be able to run the ball against this Carver defense, which is loaded with talent. You got some D1 talent on that side of the ball, both on the back end and up front. They're just going to have to hold on the ball. Like I said, keep the ball out of Sebastian Hurd's hands on that Carver offense. Don't let the box top assassin get on the field and hold on to it for too long. They make things happen.
Carver black out. They are wearing their all-black jerseys, black pants, maroon helmets, County in the black trousers, white jerseys, a yellow trim with the black helmets. Sebastian Hurd, man, freshman quarterback, he's been sensational, Mike. This guy has been throwing dimes. He's had to do all the little things right. Now, albeit they've blown out a lot of teams, so he hasn't really been in pressure situations, but it's still impressive to see from a freshman.
Oh, yeah, you come in that young, especially with that backfield. I mean, you've got him, a freshman at quarterback. You got a freshman at running back in Watts. You've got a sophomore wide receiver in Woodson, and they're all playing a very integral role. So it's looking like if Carver can keep this up and play and keep doing the fundamentals and keep doing the discipline and keep being wild and out on the field, this Carver team is going to be explosive for years to come.
All right, County set to receive. Carver to kick it off. We've talked about it all year long. Carver's only loss last year was to Harris County, 15-6 up in Harris County. After that loss, Mike, they went on the most dominant run I've seen in a team in a long time.
Oh, yeah, and sometimes it takes that little thing right there, that little glitch in the middle of a season to turn it all around, to up the focus, up the discipline. Those kids realized what it took to win the title after losing that game up there in Hamilton. Let's see if they keep it going right here and keep this winning streak going for the Tigers after winning it all last year.
All right, here we go. Let's play some football. No more talk. Let's have some fun. County and Carver on Georgia Alabama Sports Live. And that will go into the end zone for a touchback. So we're going to see Alexic, who is Matt Alexic, who is a junior. He is kind of a two-quarterback system here, Mike, but he's the athlete that utilizes his legs a lot, and we're expecting big things from him tonight for County to win.
Oh, yeah, it's going to take a lot. He's going to have to make the right decisions. You know, you can't against a team with Carver's athleticism and Carver's talent, you can't make mistakes, especially on the offensive side of the ball, if you want to keep them out of the end zone themselves and kind of get this upset right here.
Alexic, zone read, and he's going to get it out quickly. Nice job by him finding number 13, McCree Vattel, there on the catch, and he gets 4 yards on first down to make it second down and about 5.5. Alexic, this is, Matt Alexic, the junior. Played quarterback some last year with Trotter Teasley. He has now taken over the full-time starting position. Alexic, a nice job again on the RPO. This time looking once more to McCree Vattel, and he dropped it to make it third down.
Yeah, you hate to see that on a second and middle play right there. You expect him to catch it. I mean, it was right in his hands. You know, he wishes he could have had that one back. He tried to turn too quick and get upfield. Just didn't focus all the way through. Looks like a little differentiation on his Harris County offense with throwing the ball first 2 plays.
Third down for Harris County, toss, sweep, and that's going to be a fumble, and the ball's loose, and it looks like Carver has recovered it. Or did County get back on it? Well, from the reaction for both teams, County got back on it, but that was almost a disastrous play there,
yeah,
Mike.
Especially down and go ahead and give Carver the ball in the red zone to start their drive. That wouldn't have been a good one, especially only 1 minute into the game. Not to start Harris County wanted on offense here, but hopefully their punter can flip the field for them and make Carver have to earn this drive right here.
Fourth down, punting situation already for Harris County.
That ball rolls out of bounds. Looks like Carver's going to get the start on their own 43 here. for their first drive of the game, only a minute and a half in. Again, not to start Harris County wanted. They tried to switch it up a little bit there and throw the ball those first two plays. That run play didn't work too well for them as they ended up going backwards, causing the punt.
So now Carver will set up shop, and we're going to get our first look here tonight with Sebastian Hurd. And the chain crew actually set up the wrong way. We're going the opposite way right now. They need to fix that. And
1st and 0.
First and 0. By the way, I want to shout out a guy that means a lot to a lot of people, especially in Muskogee County, and that is Dr. David Lewis, who has allowed us to be here. Him believing in what we're doing here and trying to shine a light on all these athletes from middle school, high school, and beyond, and doing as many games as we do. I appreciate him allowing us to cover them, and always going to be forever grateful for Dr. Lewis and his leadership here in Muskogee County. 1st down and 10. Here's Hurd. Freshman quarterback is going to take it. He's going to fall down. So kind of tripped over Tarver. It looked like he was trying to maybe even do a little tall sweep over to Castlin with an option play.
Yeah, it kind of looked like a little RPO there. It was a little dive. He kind of pulled that one, and by the time he got ready to take off, I couldn't tell if he lost his feet or tripped up over the running back coming through. The option play got nullified pretty quick there, and they lost, 4 yards on that one.
So now 2nd down and 15. Hurd gets it out. There's Kamari Miles. He had 2 touchdown catches last week, and he's still carrying a Harris County defender, and he'll gain about 12 of the 15 he needed for a 1st down to set up 3rd and short, Mike.
Oh, yeah, he did a great job of that one, not only getting open and making the play, but also just kind of dragging, getting about an extra 2-3 yards there to make it a 3rd and short here instead of a 3rd and middle.
Georgia Alabama Sports Live presented by Glenn Smith Chevrolet GMC, Houston Clinic, Kinetic Credit Union, and, of course, Coca-Cola. We appreciate their sponsorships of everything we do this year. We could not do it without our corporate sponsors believing in what we're doing. Handoff is to Tarver. Tarver, look at that big hole. Tarver's going to go, and there goes Kelston Popcorn. Tarver to the house. Carver up 6-0 already. Mike Frost.
Yeah, he took off through the hole there. Nobody touched him, and all he could say was, hey, how's the back of my jersey look?
Great blocking up front. Missed assignments by County, and Carver on the 3rd play from their drive goes 50 yards. Popcorn Tarver for 6.
That was a beautiful one right there. The offensive line for Carver set that one up beautifully. He had a seam. Like I said, I don't think a Harris County defender touched him from backfield to end zone. Once he saw that seam, he kicked that 2nd gear, and it was gone. Nobody could get near him.
If you're Harris County, you are not liking that opening drive as the Carver Tigers go 3 plays, 58 yards, and lead 7-0. We'll take a break. We'll be back after this on Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
Real recognize real. Real taste, unmistakably Sprite. Real refreshment, crisp lemon lime. Sprite. Obey your thirst.
Welcome back, everyone. Obey your thirst and obey your assignment, because you miss a line, it leads to a touchdown. And how about the Carver Tigers on that drive, Mike Frost?
Oh, yeah. I'm not sure if an offensive lineman made that correct block there to seal it off, or if a linebacker missed a fit and missed the assignment. But the running back had nothing but green in front of him, and he took advantage of it. Popcorn was gone.
You're seeing why they call him Popcorn, because you better get it out. He's going to – and look at that. Just not a great start for Harris County. And Popcorn Tarver, he is electric. He is fast. And he is showing you why he's one of the top running backs in the state.
Oh, yeah.
Carver has a good problem. They got a couple guys that are top of the state. How about the top freshman in Zach Watts? He may be the best running back freshman in the country, Mike Frost.
Exactly.
And then Jacoby Casson, who ain't even got a touch yet this game.
And that's the thing about Carver right now, with the way they have explosiveness on offense. I mean, this team could be explosive for years to come. You look at all the freshmen in the backfield, even the sophomores at wideout. I mean, there's no telling. It could be 2-3 years right here where this offense is dropping 40, 50 a game.
Electric. And I think we're going to have a timeout. And Coach Watson is trying to get his guys on the same page. Carver looking like the Tigers from last week. We'll take a break. We'll come back with more here on Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
Imagine a life-changing injury. Imagine the fear and unknown.
I'm always on the go. But with the Kinetic Credit Union app, Kinetic is always with me. The Kinetic mobile app is virtual banking at its best. With the Kinetic mobile app, I can easily send and receive money, make a deposit, pay some bills, and I can even open up a new account, all from my phone. And I can monitor all my accounts in one place, all on the go. The Kinetic.
Imagine a life-changing injury. Imagine the fear and unknown. The Houston Clinic Sports Medicine Team, the only physicians in the area with advanced certification in orthopedic sports medicine, treats sports injuries with innovative techniques. The Houston.
Thank you again to Houston Clinic and Jack Houston Memorial Hospital for their support of what we do. Handoff up the middle, and they're not getting anything. That big defensive line. It's the one thing I did not talk about much last week, Mike. Kingston, Boogeyman Brown. You got also Tristan Givens, who's going to Texas A&M. Yep. Those guys are unblockable, and if you don't get a handle on them early, they can literally take your offense out of the game quickly.
Oh, yeah, and that's the thing, too. It's like everything starts on the offensive line, on the defensive line. It's all in the trenches. Especially with an offense like Harris County likes to running the ball. So when you're coming across the defensive line like Carver has, you're going to have to come up with some kind of scheme, some kind of blocking, some kind of zones in order to cause some creases in that offense to get your running back upfield.
We're live on Facebook and YouTube. Like and subscribe so you know when we're live. How about the deep pass? And that one's going to be intercepted. Bad pass there, and here come Marcavius Yancey, the safety, and he's still on his feet. Flags come out everywhere. But a bad pass by Lexic, and it looks like him and his receiver kind of off. It was a wheel route coming out of the backfield there, Mike, and they miscommunicated.
Yeah, they sure did. And it looks like he just, Yancey there just kind of took advantage of the opportunity with nobody around him, jumped up, made the play.
So blocking the back on Carver, but the turnover happens. And Harris County is in major trouble right now early in this one, Mike Frost.
Yeah, we're not even 4 minutes in right now, and you're giving Carver this kind of field position again. Could end up being a two-score game without even making it halfway through the first.
And that's one thing, if you're Harris County, you do not want to do is get in a track meet with these guys because you don't have the weapons nor the offensive firepower when you're averaging 9 points a game through 2 weeks. And Carver's averaging over 50.
Yeah, exactly. You can't – You don't have the aerial assault in order to catch up if it gets too far behind here. You got to come up with a defensive stop if you're Tommy Watson and the Tigers.
I will tell you, there is nothing about this Carver team that screams 2A, in my opinion.
No.
And I think they can compete almost in any classification. They are elite. Their coaching staff's done an amazing job, and we really appreciate them. By the way, I want to shout out the new principal of Carver, LaCoya Day. He's done an amazing job here early on. And how about Jacoby Caslin? He'll run right in the thick of the County Tigers. He'll get a few yards, but LaCoya has had to step in for a legend, and I think he's done an amazing job. It is never easy to replace someone that's been here in Chris Lindsey for over 20 years, and I commend anyone that takes on that responsibility. So thank you to LaCoya Day and his support. Hurd. He's going to keep it and run. That's the first time I've seen him do that, but he'll lose a yard. And you see, maybe Hurd, the speed is not there with the arm talent, but third down and long, County, nice job.
Now, I guess it's one of those, let's just try to keep them honest here. But it does set up a third and long, which is what Harris County wants in this position. Let's see what kind of defense they have set up for it, what kind of coverage they get to try to stop this trips right left on Carver's offense.
Getting the play in, Sebastian Hurd. Caslin in the backfield. Watts not in there. Look out for number 8, Kamari Miles. He's one to the near side. Man in motion. Here he comes. And how about that one-handed catch? Are you kidding me? And he's going to go all the way into the end zone for a touchdown.
T.J. Woodson.
How about T.J. Woodson, the phenom himself? Shout out to his dad, Timothy Woodson. The one-handed grab, and he goes all the way in for 6. Just like that, it's already 13-0.
Oh, yeah. He can't just – he's got handles on the football field and on the court. The boy's an outstanding guard for the basketball team.
No doubt, man.
He goes out there, one hands it, just brings it in, says, let me have it. and then takes it all the way to the end zone for Carver to take advantage of that interception they just got to get the ball.
3 plays, and guess what, Mike Frost? It's kind of similar to the other one, right? You tell me you've heard this before.
Yeah.
3 plays and a touchdown.
Exactly. It looks like it's the drive sheet's looking a little bit repetitive here so far. But only 5 minutes into the game, not even really. Still a second short of that, and Carver's already up 14-0.
All right, the Carver Tigers are showing you why they're number 1 in our rankings. Go argue with someone else, not us. Carver's the best. They're already up 14-0. County's got to respond, though. We'll be right back after this.
It's a great day for a new Chevrolet from Glenn Smith and Opelika. Hit the road in a rugged new full-size Chevy Silverado with discounts up to $12,250 off MSRP. New Chevy Traverse, the spacious and comfortable ride with affordable pricing. Now with discounts up to $4,000 off MSRP. People from all over the USA are coming to Glenn Smith Chevrolet. Get ready to drive and get ready to smile.
Shout out to our producer, Ty Jackson. Mike, you know Ty, right?
Oh, yeah.
Aren't you related?
Yeah, that's my cousin on my mama's side.
Doing a great job. Shout out to Brandon Swobel. He's literally running 2 streams right now.
Yes.
And Lewis, our camera operator, Rick Beach, Drew Plata, and a great crew. And I think that's going to be offsides on Carver. They're going to have to re-kick that, Mike. All right, it's 14-0. Put on your old coaching hat, Mike Frost. You're Tommy Watson. What are you telling your team to get back in this game?
It's regroup time here. Get your heads back right. You got to refocus. All right, 14 points down. Yes, your offense isn't built to come back from much more than that, honestly. So you still got 12, 24, 36, 43 minutes left in this game here to get back in it. You've got to score on this drive or at least get some kind of points here in order to at least half it a little bit, kind of work into this lead.
If I'm Harris County, time of possession, I have to dominate, and this needs to be a 6-minute drive with points. If you can get this 6 minutes, close to the end of the first quarter, even if it's 3 points, something to keep the ball out of the hands of Carver, because right now your defense is reeling.
Oh, yeah, especially, you got 2, 3 play possessions here that's resulted in touchdowns for Carver. You've got to be able to keep them off the field on offense.
Return is going to be the 30, the 35, and he'll be brought down in good field position for Tommy Watson and the County Tigers, who have had the ball 2 times. They have stalled out on the first one with a punt, and then on the second play on the second drive, Electric throws an interception.
Yeah, and that resulted in that last touchdown on the Carver side. You want to at least – looks like Harris County's come out wanting to throw the ball a little bit more. Maybe they weren't thinking the run game would work with Tristan Givens and them up front for Carver. But it looks like the passing game's struggling a little bit too. Maybe they should go back to basics and go back to what they know.
And handoff up the middle. How about that? He gets leveled, though. Coming up and lowering the shoulder was none other than one of those Watts. This time it was Antavius, Mike.
Oh, yeah, that's a whole lineage right there. He's got 3 brothers all playing college ball. You've got one at Bethune-Cookman. You've had one at Memphis. He's got one at Louisville now that's an all-ACC linebacker. He's just fitting the pedigree.
And we hadn't even talked about young Zach Watts, the freshman phenom for Carver, who's ranked nationally as one of the best running backs in the country. Handoff, and there's Boogeyman. And the Boogeyman is scary. Don't open that door, man. There's a scary guy named Kingston Boogeyman Brown, and he says, you're not going anywhere, 3rd down.
Nah, that's one of the things you want to pick door number 2 on that one. That was the wrong hallway to go down.
What are you telling an offensive line when you see guys that are about bigger, faster, stronger than you? How do you make sure you get leverage and don't let that get in your head?
Well, it's all about technique. Even when I played, I wasn't always the biggest one. You want to stay lower. You want to be able to shield them, turn them. Because a lot of times a good block doesn't mean you're moving them all the way down the field. It just means you're just giving a lane for your running back.
You got in the way. That's it. And handoff, and he'll be taken down. The ball comes out. Are they going to say he was down? Kingston Brown picked it up.
Yeah, it looks like they're calling them down on that one. It was a blow.
So 3rd down and short for fourth down and short, for County. And it looks like they're going to go for it. I feel like they need to right here, Mike, at midfield.
Oh, yeah. I mean, you don't think about it too much this early in the game, but already 2 scores down against a team that's already explosive, and you're not known for being explosive. It's a crucial time to go ahead and try to get this first down, especially if you're this close to midfield.
We're going to take a break. When we come back from break, we'll have more here. Game of the Week, Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
I'm always on the go. But with the Kinetic Credit Union app, Kinetic is always with me. The Kinetic mobile app is virtual banking at its best. With the Kinetic mobile app, I can easily send and receive money, make a deposit, pay some bills, and I can even open up a new account, all from my phone. And I can monitor all my accounts in one place, all on the go. The Kinetic mobile app, energized banking at its best.
Kinetic Credit Union, the energy for your dreams.
Imagine a life-changing injury. Imagine the fear and unknown. The Houston Clinic Sports Medicine Team, the only physicians in the area with advanced certification in orthopedic sports medicine, treats sports injuries with innovative techniques. The Houston Clinic has helped nearly 1 million athletes live without pain. Imagine getting back in the game. Imagine...
Welcome back, everyone. Fourth down, handoff, and he's going to be taken down. Short of the first down, it looks like Jaden Taylor, the linebacker, comes in with a huge stop.
He shot the gap on that one. As soon as he saw that guard move over, he said, all right, that's mine. He shot the gap, got back there, got the running back almost as soon as he got the handoff. No chance at all for him to get near the line of scrimmage on that one for the first down. Huge play for Carver. Another shot in the arm for Harris County here as they give Carver the ball on the 47 in Harris County territory.
So Carver's going to take over at Carver's going to take over at the Harris County 47-yard line. Sebastian. In the backfield is Zach Watts. Hurd takes the snap. They're coming after him. Hurd's going to throw it deep, and there's Kamari Wiles. Wow. And Kamari Miles is going to go into the end zone and stop short right at the one. He was wide open, busted in the secondary there, Mike.
Yeah, if he had a little bit more air on that ball, he had to come back and get it a little bit. Yeah. He had that defender by 7-8 yards. He caught back up to him, drug him down from behind that knee, just touched on the one.
And County is just getting it. And Watts will struggle and be stopped just short of the goal line. And if you're Harris County right now, you're just trying to stop any type of bleeding, but you're putting a Band-Aid over a knife wound and just gushing out. And all you're doing is just stopping a little drop.
Yeah, the gauze ain't helping too much right now.
Handoff to Watts. Watts stopped again. Good job by that defensive line from Harris County.
They're exploding off the ball there. It's the passing game that's been hurting them, but it looks like they're really trying to hunker down here on this 1-yard line, keep them from getting into the end zone.
Watts will come out, usually a tough runner. Got stuffed there by the County defensive line. Hurd. Handoff, Castlin. He'll walk in untouched. Carver's punching County in the mouth right now, and it's getting ugly. It's 20-0 already, and we still have 3:27 remaining here in the first.
Yeah, it's not looking too good for the County right now. They come down here for this drive. They look to try to do a repeat of last year with the upset. Looks like it's not going too well for them. Too many mistakes. I mean, you've got a fumble, a missed fourth and down conversion. You've got an interception. Bad coverage on the return team, everything like dropping balls, starting at the 10.
Stuff you can't do against this Carver team. You have to be perfect.
You have to have your A-plus game. You can't just have your A game.
Kendrick makes it 21-0. Carver doing everything right. County searching for answers. It's Georgia Alabama Sports Live Game of the Week. We'll be right back after this.
It's a great day for a new Chevrolet from Glenn Smith in Opelika. Hit the road in a rugged new full-size Chevy Silverado with discounts up to $12,250 off MSRP. New Chevy Traverse, the spacious and comfortable ride with affordable pricing. Now with discounts up to $4,000 off MSRP. People from all over the USA are coming to Glenn Smith Chevrolet. Get ready to drive and get ready to smile.
Welcome back, everyone. County is going to get the football back. At this point, you're just trying to get anything positive. You just want a first down.
Yeah, and that's what's been a struggle right now for Harris County. It's not just being able to move the ball. It's also being able to nullify the mistakes. They've had too many mistakes so far. They've had 3 drives right now. They've only ran 10 plays, and it hasn't looked too good here, with, like I said, with the mistakes on that, with the fumble and the interception.
And they'll get it at the 30. Now, last year was a defensive struggle that County just bullied their way to a 15-6 win. The complete opposite has happened this year. And for a team that hasn't scored 21 points all season through the first 2 games, it's a daunting task. But if anyone can do it, I think it's a Tommy Watson-led team. It's going to have to start one drive at a time, Mike.
Oh, yeah, you've got a veteran head coach over there. He's not a newbie. He knows what he's doing. He'll be able to make some adjustments here and at least try to get his team back into this ball game before it gets too bad, too late.
And there's another handoff up the middle. Rivers is not going to get anything. He may even lost a half a foot. Second down.
Yeah, they're really stuffing that middle right now on that Carver defensive line. Like I said, I mean, you've got a ton of talent over there. Harris County's going to have to do some kind of different kind of blocking schemes, try to find some ways to get some holes opened up over here for their running backs. Whether it's pulling, traps, something, try to get something kind of a little bit different here.
Also, I would take as much time off the clock every time I have it, because defensively you have no answers, it seems like, for the Carver offense. Electrics is going to keep it and run, and there he goes, and he'll be taken down. A good positive 4-yard gain will make it 3rd down.
Yeah, it seems like that's one of those things where it seems like he's about to bust through that seam, and all of a sudden it just closes real quick. He doesn't have too much room to get upfield. As soon as he sees a lane, he takes off, but then Carver's closing it up quick as he can see it.
Third down for County. And a handoff that will get maybe a yard. 4th down, and Tommy Watson is not happy with his offensive line.
No, it's not looking too promising right now for the Harris County Tigers. They're not known for the aerial assault, but still you got to try something different here when you're already 3 scores down in the first quarter.
And they're going to punt the football as we're about to hit a minute left in the first quarter. And a great punt that will be caught by Watts. And the young man great coverage there by Harris County, because Watts can take it to the house in a heartbeat. And Carver will have their worst field position of the game.
Yeah, it was great coverage by the Harris County punt team on that one to get downfield and keep Watts from making any kind of plays or giving them too much room to run there.
It's raining here at Otis Spencer Stadium. It's the Georgia-Alabama Sports Live Game of the Week presented by Glenn Smith Chevrolet GMC, Houston Clinic, Jack Houston Memorial Hospital, Kinetic Credit Union, and Glenn Smith Chevrolet GMC, Coca-Cola. We'll have our Alex Quinney All-State Good Hands Player of the Game coming up later on, and Carver's giving us a plethora of options.
I was about to say, we're going to have to write up some stuff here and come up with which one.
Hand off to Tarver, and Tarver, who already has a long run from scrimmage for a touchdown, the first one of the game. gets 2 there.
Yeah, Harris
Coming
County,
up. Go ahead, Mike.
I'm sorry. Harris County's starting to do a little bit better on that run game. They're trying to stuff it.
Slow it down, but the problem is the passing game has been the problem the last 2 drives,
exactly.
Mike. We got multiple games starting already. Coming up at 7:30, Calvary hosting Mount DeSales, Brookstone hosting Mount Vernon, and there's Tarver again. Tarver tripped up, 3rd down and 4. 8 o'clock across the river, Glenwood hosts Elba, and then Smith Station and Valley. You can catch all 5 of these games, Georgia Alabama Sports Live, man, and it's really incredible as we're head to the end of the first quarter, being able to be the only option where you can watch multiple games on a Friday night. And right now, this Friday night and that first quarter is belonging to Carver. They're up 21-0 here at the end of the first. We'll take a break. We'll be right back after this. It's the game of the week.
Real recognize real. Real taste, unmistakably Sprite. Real refreshment, crisp lemon lime. Sprite. Obey your thirst.
Imagine a life-changing injury. Imagine the fear and unknown. The Houston Clinic Sports Medicine Team, the only physicians in the area with advanced certification in orthopedic sports medicine, treats sports injuries with innovative techniques. The Houston Clinic has helped nearly 1 million athletes live without pain. Imagine getting back in the game. Imagine the best game of your life. The Houston Clinic Sports Medicine Team.
Welcome back, everyone, here on Georgia Alabama Sports Live. Carver, toss sweep, Tarver, and there goes Popcorn Tarver again, get to the outside, and he'll get enough for a first down. Good run there, Mike, by Kelson Popcorn Tarver once more.
Oh, yeah, he hit the seam on the left side there, and he got that defender coming across about midfield, gave him that nice little stiff arm to get a couple more yards.
Don't forget, halftime show with Big Rich, Richard Holdridge, presented by the Beck Center, coming up later on this half. Thank you again to the halftime show presented by the Beck Center. Georgia Alabama Sports Live. First down at the 49 for Carver. Hurd looking, firing, Miles, and he's held, and that's going to be pass interference, Mike.
Oh, yeah, he had a hold of that sweatshirt almost the whole way down. There wasn't just the jersey. He had the hoodie up underneath and everything, trying to keep him from burning them too bad like he did on that second drive of the game.
If you're watching right now on YouTube, subscribe. You get a notification every time we're live, and we go live. We do 25 broadcasts a week, man. Instead of trying to research that, just get the notification. Like us on Facebook, too. We want that. We need that. You're helping us out big time, so please.
Yeah, you're definitely not getting the coverage like this anywhere else as far as in town and with the Valley and everything else. So
that's why you joined the team, isn't it, right, Mike?
Yes, sir. He might be.
And there goes another big run. Who else, man? Popcorn Tarver. He may have over 100 by the end of this first half.
Starting to smell that movie theater butter up here.
Handoff, Carver. Oh, what a move in the hole. Tarver, there he goes, carrying defenders, and he'll get all the way to the 1-yard line. But the juke there, I see cleats on the field, Mike Frost.
My jaw hurt a little bit. I was just saying,
your knee started hurting, didn't it?
It was nasty. It was nasty.
That
it was
cut
Barry
was
Sanders cuts. You just saw the ankle roll, bam, gone up the way. Kid's special.
Handoff, Tarver pushing, and waiting on the decision. Officials, almost ruled a touchdown. Still deciding, still talking. Finally, the hands go up. Touchdown, Carver. And then now we got some extracurricular activities happening between County and Carver. And now both teams are kind of having a skirmish. Coaches are getting out on the field. Great job. Excellent job by the referees to make sure nothing happens there. If you're Carver, you don't want to have anything mess up. And at this point, you're dominating. You would have more to lose having a guy ejected before the game next week. But great job by the officials, not letting the emotions of high school kids get the better of them, breaking it up. Touchdown, Carver, 27-0 already.
Yes, sir. It's not looking too pretty for the County Tigers coming down from Hamilton.
So I was hearing Troup County's really good.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Mike.
Yeah.
Carver may be even better.
Maybe even better, man. That's it. Popcorn's all over the place tonight, man. Like T.O. said. I think Terrell Owens warned us about him. That was a little bit of foreshadowing years ago.
I'll tell you what, me and Mike are going to keep having fun, and Carver is too. It's 28-0. We'll take a break. We'll be right back after this.
I'm always on the go. But with the Kinetic Credit Union app, Kinetic is always with me. The Kinetic mobile app is virtual banking at its best. With the Kinetic mobile app, I can easily send and receive money, make a deposit, pay some bills, and I can even open up a new account, all from my phone. And I can monitor all my accounts in one place, all on the go. The Kinetic mobile app, energized banking at its best.
Kinetic.
Real recognize real. Real taste, unmistakably Sprite. Real refreshment, crisp lemon lime. Sprite. Obey your thirst.
We love Sprite. We love Coke. Obey your thirst. And obey the laws of Carver as County's going to start the ball inside the 5-yard line. I mean, when it rains, it pours, and right now it's just everything going wrong for Harris County.
Yeah, there's 2 mistakes right there on the return game back. I mean, the first time he dropped down at the 10, had a little trouble, fell down. This time he tried to catch it at the 3, dropped down to one knee when he slipped, starting off inside the 5. Now, not a good place to be when you're already 4 scores down.
So County will start inside the 3-yard line. We got Brookstone and Mount Vernon on Georgia Alabama Sports Live, and Calvary Mount DeSales as well.
Saw a little Mount DeSales during the preseason against Pacelli this year.
Handoff up the middle and nothing.
Yeah, it's just a swarm of black jerseys right now on that defense for Carver. Harris County not being able to do much, known for their running game for the past couple years, but right now it's not doing too much against that front 4 that Carver has. You at least got to get it out from inside this 20 here to try not to give Carver too good of a possession again, because man, heck, I guess even right now it doesn't matter where the possession starts.
So 28-0. Harris County just trying to get a first down at this point. They haven't had one all game. And they'll get the RPO out to Cade Tyus, the sophomore. He'll get close. It'll be 3rd down and about 3, Mike.
Yeah, they're a nice little mix-up on that one to get a quick hitter out there because Carver was bringing the house up the middle. They had all their linebackers, everybody ready to come up, expecting that run game again from Harris County, so he was able to throw it out wide to the wide receiver for a little stop. Managed to get about 6 yards on that one to make it at least 3rd and short here, give him an opportunity to get first down.
Third down. And that's a handoff. And he looks like he got really close. It'll be 4th and short now. Don't forget, coming up, we got the halftime show with Big Rich, Richard Holdridge, presented by the Beck Center, live from the Beck Center. Coming up at halftime, they'll talk about all the scores happening around the area on Georgia, Alabama Sports Live.
And we'll see what Tommy's got up his pocket right now, because, I mean, you're going for
at this point, what do you got to lose? You're down 28-0, Mike.
Yeah. 4th down inside the 15-yard line in your own territory.
And they're going to do a QB push, and that offensive line says, all right, we're going to move the pile. Like, we got to have a little pride to ourselves, and they'll get a first down.
I mean, you got your quarterback sneak there. It was probably their longest run play of the game so far right there, so maybe they found something to dig down deep and get up underneath. Like I said, if the kids are not bigger on the Harris County side, Carver's got the more athleticism, the taller guys, the bigger guys. So Harris County is going to have to stay low, dig down, and start moving some bodies up front.
Handoff, and he won't get anything.
Yeah, not a whole lot of room to go on that one. Seems like the quarterback sneak worked because you didn't get the whole lot of time for the defense to get there. But when they turn around to hand off, the way Carver's defense is moving and hitting gaps, especially those linebackers are coming through every time, and Harris County doesn't really have an answer for it just yet so far in the first half.
Handoff, spinning, and getting 3 hard yards to make it 3rd down and 7.
Yeah, he did a little bit of good job there. He hit that circle button and spun to get about 2 more yards on that one after that first contact. They're going to need about 4 every play. I mean, that's kind of what Tommy Ball is, but right now down 28, 5.5 to go here. See if they can throw a wrinkle.
Alexis will take the handoff and get a couple more yards, and I'm wondering if this is Tommy's way of we just got to keep going for it. We have to score something here heading into the half.
Yeah, I'm thinking right now it's just 4-down ball every possession right now for Harris County. Of course, I mean, if you go for it inside your own 15, I guess that basically just tells you what the game plan is from here on out. Hold on to it, keep the ball out of Carver's hands.
4th down. For Harris County, they're going to go for it once more. Alexis in the backfield. Tyrell Marshall moves, and Tommy Watson says, I'll take a timeout. We'll take one, too. 4:28 remaining here in the half. Carver up 28.
It's a great day for a new Chevrolet from Glenn Smith in Opelika. Hit the road in a rugged new full-size Chevy Silverado with discounts up to $12,250 off MSRP. New Chevy Traverse, the spacious and comfortable ride with affordable pricing. Now with discounts up to $4,000 off MSRP. People from all over the USA are coming to Glenn Smith Chevrolet. Get ready to drive and get ready.
Real recognize real. Real taste, unmistakably Sprite. Real refreshment, crisp lemon lime. Sprite. Obey your thirst.
Harris County is going to decide, I think, the punt. And Carver is going to call a timeout. Jarvis Jones says, well, we weren't prepared for this. We thought County was going to go for it.
Yeah, you can see Watts going out there getting ready to return, the freshman running back for Carver.
Don't forget, coming up, we have the halftime update show, plus later on the scoreboard show.
Yeah, Richard doing a good job with that scoreboard show.
Georgia, Alabama Sports Live. We're presented by Glenn Smith Chevrolet GMC, Houston Clinic, Jack Houston Memorial Hospital, also Kinetic Credit Union, and Coca-Cola.
Now, see, I think they're going to try to at least punch one more in here before the half.
I think so, too. And if I know Jarvis Jones, he's trying to send a statement. And look at Zach Watts. And if he didn't run into his own man, he probably would have had a touchdown. And, I mean, he didn't mean to run into him. That was Dejon Daniels trying to get out of his way. But if he would have not ran into Daniels, he probably would have had a touchdown.
Yeah, he was trying to make a house call, and it got disconnected right there just by the guy's backside. He was about to take off with it. So it's going to give Carver the ball inside the 40 in Harris County territory here at the 37 with a little over 4 minutes to go, which is not, like I said, it's just not going Harris County's way so far today.
So for Harris County, it's a pride thing at this point, Mike.
Yes, it is.
And you got your pride taken from you and hurt it last week. Having back-to-back weeks like that is not ideal.
No, not at all. Not with the expectations they had coming into the season.
How about Sebastian Hurd throwing an absolute missile, but overshoots his intended target. Underthrew him for the almost touchdown in that first quarter there. He overshoots him.
Yeah, he didn't want to make the same mistake. He just kind of overshot him there. Like, once again, had him burned deep over the top. There was nobody behind the receiver at all. Not sure if you're Tommy, if you got to drop somebody back deep if you're Harris County in order to make sure that nobody gets behind the receivers.
Castlin. And good run there. And he picks up 5 yards.
Yeah, they're getting about 5 yards a pop right now. It's gonna see what they kind of do here. I mean, you got 3.5 minutes, which is plenty of time on this side of the field to get another score in before half.
Third down for Carver. Hurd, handoff, Castlin blocking in front. There goes Jacoby Castlin. Makes a man miss. Jacoby Castlin says, see ya. Touchdown. Carver up 34-0.
Jesus, that little cut right there at the end to get past that defender on the edge. It was like, you know, when the CD skips and the music just kind of stops for a second.
Whoop.
Yep.
What does Chris Berman say? Whoop, whoop. Whoop. That was too easy. And this is just getting downright ugly.
Yes, it is.
There's no way around it. Sorry, I'm not trying to sugarcoat it.
Nah. There ain't nothing you can about
this. This is an old-fashioned butt whooping, guys. Ladies and gentlemen. And Kendrick kicks it through. Carver, 35-0. They're making a statement.
Yes, they are. They came in with a mission tonight. They talking to the coaches and everybody before the game. There was a little bit of extra incentive coming into the night to try to show them what Carver football is about this year.
We'll take a break. We'll be back after this.
Imagine a life-changing injury. Imagine the fear and unknown. The Houston Clinic Sports Medicine Team, the only physicians in the area with advanced certification in orthopedic sports medicine, treats sports injuries with innovative techniques. The Houston Clinic has helped nearly 1 million athletes live without pain. Imagine getting back in the game. Imagine the best game of your life. The Houston Clinic Sports.
Mike Frost, Thrift Behringer, Georgia Alabama Sports Live Game of the Week. Carver, for the second straight week, has beaten their two opponents through 1.5 or 6 quarters of action, as this one's going to be returned and leveled. Through 6 quarters of football these last 2 weeks, Mike Frost, Carver is up 83 to 0. Got to get my math ain't math. 83 to 0.
A little bit of domination on Carver's part. You know, sometimes you can kind of, when it comes to talented, especially with the teenagers and stuff that you're dealing with, it's going to be hard to keep them focused. Looks like Coach Jones is doing an amazing job of keeping these kids' heads in line and getting their eyes on the prize right now, because they're coming out firing these last 2 weeks against not subpar competition.
And Lechick just going to run right into the thick of the defensive line, and Boogie, actually that wasn't Kingston, that wasn't the boogeyman. That was actually his cohort, Zamar McGee, who threw down that Matthew Lechick.
Yeah, it looks like right now Harris County is wanting to kind of chew up as much clock as possible, get it close to halftime so that, you know, keep Carver from getting one more in before the halftime reaches.
And that one almost intercepted. There on the coverage, Mike.
Jaden Taylor almost had that one.
The linebacker was about to walk in for 6 more.
Yeah, that was a beautiful coverage on that part to get out there in the flats. He read that man coming out of the backfield on the swing and about took the ball from him. Nobody was there to touch him, though, either, if he'd have caught that ball. Carver just harassing this Harris County offense all evening. That was another one out of the hands there. Looks like DeMarcus O'Neal almost had that one, and then the linebacker right behind him, looks like that was Tristan Givens, almost got the deflection.
Yeah.
See him standing with his hands on his head, wishing he'd have got that one. He wanted one for pay dirt tonight anyway, just put on his film.
We do got Auburn coming up against Baylor in about 9 minutes. 35-0. Glenwood hosting Elba, Smith Station and Valley coming up here in about 10 minutes. Brookstone hosting Mount Vernon, and Calvary hosting Mount DeSales. That right now is on Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
Plenty of action going on around town right now.
And that one is going to be kicked and fumbled, and Harris County finally gets a break.
Ooh, the freshman
Zach
gave him a gift.
Yep. You knew that was going to happen. It's
Yes,
happened
it was.
before. He's going to make mistakes.
Oh,
the
yeah.
freshman bobbles it, and that's going to be picked up. And Harris County catches a break finally. Maybe a little too late, but they did catch one.
Yeah. It seems like he had his eyes upfield a little bit. He was ready to take off before he got the ball cleanly up against his chest there. And, you know, young kids make mistakes. It's a little learning lesson there, but with a 35-0 lead, it's not a whole lot you can say right now because he's not really costing the game at this point.
So Harris County will take it over at the 45. And holy smokes, he got out of the tackle, though, and then falls down.
Oof.
Just too many black jerseys in pursuit of the football there. He did break a tackle, Tyrell Marshall, but didn't matter because there's 3 other Tigers to clean it up from Carver.
Yeah, he was getting swarmed there. He went to cut across. He might have had a lane once he got out of that, made a spin and went back right. But once again, that pursuit of the Carver Tigers got back there, and he tried to make one more cut and just didn't happen. Ended up slipping, landing on his hind end there and causing a loss of about 6. Carver's shooting the gaps now up front. Defensive lineman almost making the play there. He broke a tackle, though, to get upfield. Nuck Simmons had him in his hands, and he got just by him. Still minimal gain, making it 3rd and 13 so far.
All right, so it's 35-0 to score. Carver is on top. Let's talk about what the Carver Tigers have coming up here this year. As big win over Spencer last week, 48-0, then beat Whitewater 51-25 in week 1. They have a bye, and then they're going to take on a much-improved Northside team.
Yes.
Then they got Columbus, Hardaway, Shaw, Sumter County. That's the one I'm circling. We may even make that drive down to Sumter County October the 10th.
That'll be a good
Then
one.
Jordan and Kendrick. I would say, though, Carver's going to be heavy favorites in every game the rest of the season.
Oh, yeah,
Mike.
probably their biggest opponent out of that whole schedule is going to be Sumter County, especially on the road down in Americus. Sumter County's always been a top team, at least a perennial playoff team. Not saying they're always competing for state titles, but they've always got a good squad out there.
And that one's incomplete, yeah.
He pulled that whole, you're taught as a defender, you can't get to the quarterback, get your hands in the air. That's exactly what he did. Jumped up above everybody, swatted that ball down before he could get anywhere.
So Carver, they have a tough, to be honest with you, I don't know how tough a stretch they got the rest of the year. Northside's going to be a tough ask at Sumter County, but Carver's still going to be the prohibitive favorite. Now, for Harris County, they got to lick their wounds. They got that big win over Manchester week 1, then lost to Troop. They got Daughtery, who's a really good program.
Mm-hmm.
You know about them. They're 1-1 out of Albany, Georgia, the Trojans, and that one is going to be a short pooch. It's going to go out at the 44, and Carver still has 1:04 to put up another touchdown if they want. They got at Daughtery, Jonesboro, and this is where the region play starts. Jonesboro at home, at Northside, Griffin, at Stars Mill, Central Carroll, and Monday's Mill to round out the season. Now, even though this game's getting out of hand, I still think County has an opportunity to make the playoffs this year. I think they're better than Griffin. I think they're better than Monday's Mill. You know it's going to be between probably them and Northside for that final spot. Jonesboro, Central Carroll, Stars Mill, two of some of the top teams in the entire state. Jonesboro, who lost to Douglas County, they're 1-1 on the season. We know about Stars Mill, Mike. They're just an absolute powerhouse. But they actually have started the season 0-3 after losing to Veterans, but they played a really tough schedule. And then for Central Carroll, as Hurd sets up the screen and Castlin will get maybe a yard. Central of Carroll is 2-0. So County still has everything in front of them. These last 2 weeks are non-region games, non-even classification games.
I'll go to normal halftime bumper.
Yes, they still have plenty to work for here this season.
Sure.
Hurd looking, and there goes Kamari Miles. And what a dime by the freshman. Miles scores again after 2 last week.
Got a score update.
Hello, Carver, 41 in the first half.
That's how you know it's less than a minute to go. You got the offense on the field. You go ahead and just hire the box top assassin, let him throw one downfield, just drop the dime, but we got a flag back here now.
And it makes me think, you know about that all too well, Mike Frost.
Don't tell me somebody held.
And it looks like, by the way, everybody's coming back, that's exactly what's going to be. And they're going to see a chop block hit below the waist on Carver. So they're going to say penalty on Carver, back them up, and negate the touchdown there, Mike.
Yeah, it's one of those where as an offensive lineman or even an offensive line coach, it's kind of one of those where you just kind of grab your chest like Fred Sanford, like, no, you didn't. Not on that play. Beautiful pass, though, by Hurd there. That's going to make it about 2nd and 24. No, 10 yards. Okay, I thought it was 15 on the chop block.
All right, let me change that score.
Shout out to our guy, Terrence Flowers, CGY Sports, tuning in right now. OG of live streaming.
30 seconds.
Hurd again, all day to throw, fires, and it will almost be intercepted. That was Montrez Woods almost with the interception.
Yeah, he just kind of overshot the guy on the underneath route. He had the one up top again with Kamari Miles, who seems to have some great lungs because that kid's running go routes all night long. Go route, skinny post. He's downfield beating those last defenders on Harris County.
If I were y'all, I would go follow CGY right now for all the highlights. There ain't nobody better at it than our guy, Terrence Flowers. How about Zach Watts?
Let me know when we're live.
Bouncing all over people.
Yeah, just here's 30 seconds. I'm going to each of my game clock, I'm sure.
It looks like that may be the final play of the half. Then the whistles are being blown.
Brandon's typing.
And so Harris County's going to take a timeout because it's 4th down. I don't know if they have a little time to score here or not. I'm trying to have some fun, man. It's
Oh, yeah. Got to.
all Carver.
I've been part of this before.
So weather looking like it's still raining. It's still drizzling a little bit. Trying to get my camera guy down there. I'm yelling at him right now. He should be on the field with his camera just getting rained on. I don't know what he was thinking.
Yeah, this is one of those things. I've been part of this before back in my playing days. We had to go down to Thomas County Central and play the number 9 team in the nation. Back when they had Joe Burns at running back, the Georgia Tech grad, the Buffalo Bills running back. And they put a shellacking on us down there, so.
If you want to find Brookstone, go to our YouTube channel right now. Also, I just shared it on the Facebook page. Brookstone is leading Mount Vernon. Go on our YouTube channel. You'll see all our live streams. We got 5 of them going. Calvary right now down 14-0 against Mount DeSales. And then we got Glenwood, Elba, and Smith Station Valley starting. And there goes another dime. And he overshoots Kamari Miles. It just looks so pretty coming out of his hands, man.
It does. It's like it kind of reminds me because he's a lefty too. He's a 6'2" lefty. Even as a freshman, he's got that little something about that lefty release reminds you of Vic a little bit. Reminds you of Penix. He might not have the legs Vic has, but he's got the release. That's for sure. There's some beautiful balls coming out when he releases them.
Cougars lead in Mount Vernon 7-0. It's 14-0 Mount DeSales. Really shot by that one against Calvary. Alexius will have it, and on the final play of the half, a busted tackle, and Harris County will finally get some positive yards, but that is the only thing in the positive direction for Harris County. What a dominant first half. Carver said they were on a mission. Vengeance was the word of the week, yes, and you're seeing it now. It's 35-0. We're going to take a break, and when we come back, we'll have the halftime update presented by the Beck Center with Richard Holdridge on Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
It's a great day for a new Chevrolet from Glenn Smith and Opelika. Hit the road in a rugged new full-size Chevy Silverado with discounts up to $12,250 off MSRP. New Chevy Traverse, the spacious and comfortable ride with affordable pricing. Now with discounts up to $4,000 off MSRP. People from all over the USA are coming to Glenn Smith Chevrolet. Get ready to drive and get ready to smile.
Imagine a life-changing injury. Imagine the fear and unknown. The Houston Clinic Sports Medicine Team, the only physicians in the area with advanced certification. Imagine a life-changing injury. Imagine a life-changing injury. Imagine the fear and unknown. The Houston Clinic Sports Medicine Team, the only physicians in the area with advanced certification in orthopedic sports medicine, treats sports injuries with innovative techniques. The Houston Clinic has helped nearly 1 million athletes live without pain. Imagine getting back in the game. Imagine the best game of your life. The Houston Clinic Sports.
I'm always on the go. But with the Kinetic Credit Union app, Kinetic is always with me. The Kinetic mobile app is virtual banking at its best. With the Kinetic mobile app, I can easily send and receive money, make a deposit, pay some bills, and I can even open up a new account, all from my phone. And I can monitor all my accounts in one place, all on the go. The Kinetic mobile app, energized banking at its best.
Kinetic Credit Union, the energy for your dreams.
The Chattahoochee Valley that we have on Georgia Alabama Sports Live. There's actually an update here in this game as Mount DeSales now has the 14-0 lead over the Calvary Knights. This is the Calvary Christians home opener that you can catch on Georgia Alabama Sports Live. Also at Max Strong Stadium. It's in the second quarter. There's about 8.5 minutes left to go in the second quarter. Scott Miller on the call. Brookstone leading 7-0 over Mount Vernon. A touchdown pass from Broughton Branch to Meacham Kelly, 43 yards, as Brookstone trying to go to having a week off last week because that game against Greenville got moved to a later date. They are taking on Randolph Clay, and at the half, Randolph Clay leads the Columbus Blue Devils 14-3. We would like to welcome our Harris County broadcast. Right now it is 35. 2-0 on the season. Harris County 1-1. And Carver has been rolling in that first half. Around the Chattahoochee Valley, we do have some games coming up at 8 o'clock. In fact, we've got some games that...
Imagine a life-changing injury. Imagine the fear and unknown. The Houston Clinic Sports Medicine Team, the only physicians in the area with advanced certification in orthopedic sports medicine, treats sports injuries with innovative techniques. The Houston Clinic has helped nearly 1 million athletes live without pain.
Spencer taking on Lovett. As right now, Lovett, the private school out of Atlanta, currently leads the Spencer Green Wave by a score of 14-0. We'll try to get you an update on that game. Let's go ahead and look at Pacelli. As they are scoreless in Macon, taking on First Presbyterian Day. And we also have another game that is on the slate. Russell County is down in Eufaula. We'll try to get a score update on that. But we're going to go ahead and take a short break, and we'll be back with more of the Georgia Alabama Sports Live halftime update show presented by the Beck Center. We'll be right back after this.
For the big, for the small, the short, and the tall, peacemakers, risk takers, for the optimists, pessimists, exhibitionists, for long distance love, for the farsighted, nearsighted, for introverts and extroverts, for the thinkers and the doers, for old friends. Coca-Cola, for everyone.
Great day for a new Chevrolet from Glenn Smith and Opelika. Hit the road in a rugged new full-size Chevy Silverado with discounts up to $12,250 off MSRP. New Chevy Traverse, the spacious and comfortable ride with affordable pricing. Now with discounts up to $4,000 off MSRP. People from all over the USA are coming to Glenn Smith Chevrolet. Get ready to drive and get ready to smile.
And welcome back to the Georgia Alabama Sports Live halftime update show presented by the Beck Center. And we want to thank Roger Beck for allowing us to be in this outstanding state-of-the-art facility. The Beck Center, a center for academic and athletic excellence. They've got coaches' offices. They've got a practice field. They've got film room. We're in the conference room. And it is halftime, as the Carver Tigers leading the Harris County Tigers by a score of 35-0. Sebastian Hurd with a couple of touchdown passes to T.J. Woodson and K.J. Miles. Several turnovers in this game as well. Like I mentioned, Glenwood Elba is scoreless. This is the home opener for the Glenwood Gators. And we also have Russell County and Eufaula. That's going to be later. Randolph play 14-3 at the half. We also have Shaw Athens Academy. We'll try to get a score update on that. But let's talk Smith Station Valley as that game is underway. Smith Station with the ball. This game is on Georgia-Alabama Sports Live. It is scoreless right now as Smith Station 1-0 for the first time since 2019. Trying to go to 2-0, and it looks like they are driving. They are in the red zone in Valley territory with about 9:27 left to go in that contest. We'll try to give you a score update as soon as we can. We also have a score update between Northside and Northgate. And Northside currently trails Northgate 7-0. That game is up at Noonan. Northside had a bye last week as they are 1-0 on the season. All right, let's take a look at some of the other games as we also have Brookstone Mount Vernon. Right now, we do have a score update as Mount Vernon has just tied the game against the Brookstone Cougars. It is now 7-all, and they got 5:36 left to go in that game. We will keep you posted throughout the night. We're going to keep this stream going all the way up until our 8 o'clock games, which we will have the halftime update. So thank you for watching us. We'll continue to get these scores throughout the night. It is the Georgia-Alabama Sports Live halftime update show presented by the Beck Center. Let's take a look at that Mount DeSales Calvary game. Calvary got on the board, and they now trail 14-7. Mount DeSales was up 14-7 in 14-0 in that game. Calvary 1-0 on the season after beating Terrell County. Mount DeSales trying to get their first victory of the season. Calvary has a tough matchup at home next week against Tatnall Square Academy. We also have, let's go ahead and look at Kinnett Stadium is another game that's actually in progress right now. Randolph Clay is leading Columbus 14-3 at the half. So we'll try to keep you posted. We're going to go ahead and step aside, take a quick commercial break, and when we come back, we'll have more scores for you on the Georgia-Alabama Sports Live halftime update show presented by the Beck Center. We'll be right back after this.
A life-changing injury. Imagine the fear and unknown. The Houston Clinic Sports Medicine Team, the only physicians in the area with advanced certification in orthopedic sports medicine, treats sports injuries with innovative techniques. The Houston Clinic has helped nearly 1 million athletes live without pain. Imagine getting back in the game. Imagine the best game of your life. The Houston Clinic Sports Medicine Team.
I'm always on the go. But with the Kinetic Credit Union app, Kinetic is always with me. The Kinetic mobile app is virtual banking at its best. With the Kinetic mobile app, I can easily send and receive money. And I can monitor all my accounts in one place, all on the go. The Kinetic mobile app, energized banking at its best.
Kinetic Credit Union, the energy for your dreams. For the big, for the small, the short, and the tall. Peacemakers, risk takers, for the optimists, pessimists, exhibitionists, for long distance love, for the farsighted, nearsighted, for introverts and extroverts, for the thinkers and the doers, for old friends. Coca-Cola, for everyone.
And welcome back to the Georgia-Alabama Sports Live halftime update show presented by the Beck Center. We want to thank Roger Beck for allowing us to be in this state-of-the-art facility. Let's take a look at some of the games that happened last night as Jordan fell to Chaco by a score of 45-21. Chaco gets their first victory of the season. Jordan falls to 0-2. Jordan will be at home next week where they will take on Terrell County. And that game was played at Otis Spencer Stadium last night. And we
Real recognize real. Real taste, unmistakably Sprite. Real refreshment, crisp lemon lime. Sprite. Obey your thirst.
Imagine a life-changing injury. Imagine the fear and unknown. The Houston Clinic Sports Medicine Team, the only physicians in the area with advanced certification in orthopedic sports medicine, treats sports injuries with innovative techniques. The Houston Clinic has helped nearly 1 million athletes live without pain. Imagine getting back in the game. Imagine the best game of your life. The Houston Clinic Sports Medicine Team.
I'm always on the go. But with the Kinetic Credit Union app, Kinetic is always with me. The Kinetic mobile app is virtual banking at its best. With the Kinetic mobile app, I can easily send and receive money, make a deposit, pay some bills, and I can even open up a new account, all from my phone. And I can monitor all my accounts in one place, all on the go. The Kinetic mobile app, energized banking at its best.
Kinetic Credit Union, the energy for your dreams.
It's a great day for a new Chevrolet from Glenn Smith in Opelika. Hit the road in a rugged new full-size Chevy Silverado with discounts up to $12,250 off MSRP. New Chevy Traverse, the spacious and comfortable ride with affordable pricing. Now with discounts up to $4,000 off MSRP. People from all over the USA are coming to Glenn Smith Chevrolet. Get ready to drive.
I'm always on the go. But with the Kinetic Credit Union app, Kinetic is always with me. The Kinetic mobile app is virtual banking at its best. With the Kinetic mobile app, I can easily send and receive money, make a deposit, pay some bills, and I can even open up a new account, all from my phone. And I can monitor all my accounts in one place, all on the go. The Kinetic mobile app, energized banking at its best.
Kinetic Credit Union, the energy for your dreams.
Imagine a life-changing injury. Imagine the fear and unknown. The Houston Clinic Sports Medicine Team, the only physicians in the area with advanced certification in orthopedic sports medicine, treats sports injuries with innovative techniques. The Houston Clinic has helped nearly 1 million athletes live without pain. Imagine getting back in the game. Imagine the best game of your life. The Houston Clinic Sports.
It's a great day for a new Chevrolet from Glenn Smith in Opelika. Hit the road in a rugged new full-size Chevy Silverado with discounts up to $12,250 off MSRP. New Chevy Traverse, the spacious and comfortable ride with affordable pricing. Now with discounts up to $4,000 off MSRP. People from all over the USA are coming to Glenn Smith Chevrolet. Get ready.
Real recognize real. Real taste, unmistakably Sprite. Real refreshment, crisp lemon lime. Sprite. Obey your thirst.
For the big, for the small, the short, and the tall.
get you the right hat, bro. You're the third person. I gotta get you the right hat, man. What's good, man? You looking good, man. Good to see you, man. You too. I almost got nailed on that. Was it that pick six? Yeah. Hey, how's your dad?
Welcome back, everybody. Start of the second half. That first half was dominated. I got some stats for you. Mike, what you got?
Let's see. Right now, so far, I mean, you had Carver had the ball just in 9 minutes time. They had 24 plays, 236 yards, 86 of it in the air, 4-7 passing from Hurd, and 15 carries for 150 yards on the ground between Popcorn and Castlin tearing it up out there. And then Harris County ended up with, 64 yards on 26 total plays, 29 of it on that last play just at the end of the half.
Unbelievable, man. And I was just talking with somebody off air. I don't know many teams in any classification that could beat Carver. And I would even say 6A, man. This team has impressed me so much. Kamari Miles is going to get it on the outside. Miles will be pushed out of bounds. They just are playing with such confidence right now. It has really been impressive, Mike. And I'm not trying to over-exaggerate it, but I think we could drop Carver in almost any classification, even with the big dogs 5A and 6A, and they would be just competitive with any of the top 5 teams in that classification.
Oh, yeah, with the amount of talent, especially going, you got a lot of D1 talent out here on Carver's side of the field as you watch Woodson right here.
Hey, look, here's one of them. TJ Woodson pushed out of bounds. He already has a one-handed sack for a touchdown, Mike Frost.
On time right there. That kid's going to be special. Like I said, I mean, you've got a quarterback that's a freshman. You've got a running back that's a freshman. You've got a receiver out there in Woodson that's a sophomore. Like I said pregame, this team's going to be loaded on the offensive side for years to come.
And it kind of helps, Mike, that your quarterback's only a freshman.
Yes, it does.
And the freshman is going to throw an absolute dime, and it goes right through the hands of Kamari Miles.
That kid, I don't know what it is. That kid's just got, I mean, the arm talent on that kid's going to be special. These deep balls he's throwing right now to just be a freshman, absolute talent, absolute. I mean, I haven't seen a freshman quarterback like him in a long time.
Long time. Second down. And 10.
Looks like Coach Jarvis Jones decided to come out aggressive here at the top of the third.
And look at that, kind of a shovel pass, but it was sniffed out immediately. Good defensive stop. That was number 10, Philip Sterling on the tack. Third down and long.
Yeah, he wasn't fooled by that little trickeration Carver ran on that second down play. He got upfield and got right in the running back's face on that little pop pass, that little shovel. Didn't work out.
Almost jumped off sides, but third down and long for Carver. Sebastian fires to the far side of the field, and there's TJ Woodson once again. He gets really close to a first down, It'll be 4th down and short. Mike, if you're a Harris County Tiger, how do you spin this to try to win the half? At this point, the game looks like it's pretty much out of reach. How do you get anything positive from this, get that bad taste out of your mouth that you had on the Daughtery next week?
It's all about mental mindset. It's like, all right, you can't let up. You can't get down. Right now, at this point, it's prep for next week. Because, five scores down this late in the game, your offense isn't built to come back from this.
And how big of a confidence boost would it be if you can get a touchdown here at least, maybe 2? And there is on 4th down, Zach Watts weaving his way inside the 15-yard line.
Another powerful play by another running back. That's a 3-headed monster they've got in the backfield. Between Castlin, Popcorn, and Watts, you can just pick your poison on that one. Jarvis Jones has a bevy of options.
Bad snap that was fall and then Hurd had a fall on the ground, and you're right, Mike. Most schools would be happy with 1. 2, they're ecstatic. They're like, holy smokes. 3, you're like, holy mess. How do we get this lucky?
Exactly.
And then there's some guys that are on the roster that we hadn't even talked about that I saw last week against Spencer that probably on other teams are one of the top options.
Oh, exactly.
Ton of talent for Jarvis Jones.
Loaded 2-3 deep on this roster right now. They could bring in their second string now, and it probably still wouldn't be too much of a drop-off with the talent this team has.
Hurd firing and intercepted by Harris County. That was a big-time play by the cornerback, DJ Hosley. Hey, it was man-on-man. Sebastian Hurd was throwing that to Marte Sears, the freshman, and Marte not able to come down with it, kind of had it mossed away from him. Interception, and that's a turnover for Carver, and Harris County will set up shop at the 20, Mike. There's that confidence and that positive, trying to spin it in your direction to try to end this one. Good play by the defense.
Yeah, the defense did a little bend but don't break on that one. Did a good job of getting the ball back. That's what you want if you're Harris County right now, like win the half. That's what you want to do. Win the half. Give yourself something good to look at when you watch film tomorrow or Sunday, but leading into next week before their game against Daugherty.
We try to get you some scores. Great job by Richard Holgers on the – as that one ball falls out. It's loose. Carver says they got it, and they do.
Not what you want if you're a Harris County Tiger right now. You got the interception. Looks like things were looking on your side a little bit here in the second half. Give it right back 2 plays later to this explosive Carver offense.
Smith Station still leading Valley 7-0. Pacelli down 28-0 against FPD. Glenwood up 21-0 against Elba. Zach Watts by touchdown.
Third running back to score for Carver so far today. Freshman got in on a little action here in the third quarter.
And that's a 40-piece McNugget putting on the board by Carver Tigers.
I know Harris County came out in the white jerseys, but hopefully somebody brought some white towels or something like that to wave in the air right now.
I'm waving it for him, Mike. I'm waving it with both arms. I'm saying call off the dogs, man. It's 41-0. Carver making a statement. And listen, I love every second of this, man. I love this is what sports is about. I don't think this is running up the score. This is making a statement to everyone that Carver's here to play. And look, it offended them last year that they lost to Harris County. They dominated everyone on their schedule except for one. They want to come out and make sure that never happens again. Statement heard, statement made. Carver up 42-0. We'll take a break. When we come back, we got more. Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
Real recognize real. Real taste, unmistakably Sprite. Real refreshment, crisp lemon lime. Sprite. Obey your thirst.
Welcome back, everybody. Mike Frost, 42-0.
Woo. Yeah, it looked like Harris County had to play there where they made that interception in the end zone to stop that first Carver drive. Turn the ball right back over 2 plays later. Carver takes 1 play for Watts to get into the end zone. Freshman with a big 20-yard run.
And look, there's a big run by Harris County on the return. And the special teamer gets up to the 45.
That's one thing. Harris County might be getting a little bit bludgeoned a little bit here tonight, but those kids are tough up there. They're not going to let down. They're not going to give up. As you can see on that last return right there, they're still going to come out here fighting and swinging and try to make something positive out of this second half here at Otis Spencer Stadium.
First down and 10 from the 45. Mike Frosty.
Ooh,
and there's a
another one
fumble.
on the
The
ground.
ball's loose, and the Carver Tigers try to pick it up. And then it looked like Harris County may have gotten on it. Nope, Carver's got it again.
Woo.
Holy smokes.
That looked like it was Givens again.
Givens, untouched. Comes
Yeah.
in and just lays the boom.
Carver's got talent across the board on that front four, but if there's one guy on that Carver defensive line you have to block every play, that's Tristan Givens. You give him an open shot right there, quarterback didn't stand a chance. It was helmet to chest, ball hit the ground immediately. Really couldn't expect anything less out of that one when Givens just saw nothing but quarterback. Popped him right there, and then the ball hits the ground. Carver's got the ball again, looking to score, punch another one in.
Tigers. This kind of reminds me, and I'll tell you, I'm going to do a college football reference here in just a moment. Because I honestly do not think Harris County is this bad. I just think Carver is this good. And I remember 2011, LSU had that unbelievable team. They went undefeated in the regular season, ended up losing to Alabama in the rematch of the national championship. But they played Auburn at LSU, and it ended up getting so bad that Auburn fumbled 2 consecutive times on kickoffs.
Yep.
And it just seemed like LSU was just bigger, faster, stronger, and just every time they hit Auburn, it was just a man amongst boys, and that's what you're kind of seeing here. And Jacoby Castlin is a man amongst boys in space, and he'll just walk out of bounds. Back-to-back turnovers there, and they're just almost unfair, Mike.
Yeah, it is. It's kind of, you can kind of see the talent disparity going on here. Like we said, nothing against Harris County's talent. They've got plenty of talent. They're still a playoff team, projected-wise. But anybody going against this Carver Tiger team right now it's not going to be a good Friday night anytime you have to play the Tigers.
First down and 10, hand off to Castlin. Castlin making his way, cutting, and turns it back upfield for Pater.
Woo.
The cuts are unbelievable by these running backs from Carver.
Yeah, there's some quick twitch stuff going on right there. I mean, it's, like I said, just the talent. You got a 3-headed monster in the backfield at Carver. Jarvis Jones has a plethora of options, like you said before, to give the ball to. Between Castlin, between Popcorn, you got Watts out there, the freshman. I mean, you got Hurd throwing the ball, throwing dimes out there. I mean, Kamori Miles, TJ Woodson.
And that one is going to be up and good. When you have a plethora of options, you just keep feeding them the rock. It's 49-0. 1:44 left here in the third.
I'm always on the go. But with the Kinetic Credit Union app, Kinetic is always with me. The Kinetic mobile app is virtual banking at its best. With the Kinetic mobile app, I can easily send and receive money, make a deposit, pay some bills, and I can even open up a new account, all from my phone. And I can monitor all my accounts in one place, all on the go. The Kinetic mobile app, energized banking at its best.
Kinetic Credit Union, the energy for your dreams.
Welcome back, everyone. Georgia, Alabama Sports Live, 49-0. Carver set to kick it off.
Little accidental squib kick there. The kicker lost his footing out there on the yard marker. Harris County's going to start that drive. Looks like it's inside the 30 where he pounced on the ball as it rolled to him. Looks like they've already put the running clock here at Otis Spencer.
Yep. Harris County going to take over at the 29, handoff, and boom, big hit. As we're under a minute.
Yeah, it looks like a little deflation going on that Harris County side of the ball. That's the thing about it, man. When you're getting hit play after play after play, by kids that are just coming at you hungry and mad. I mean, these Carver kids are not. I mean, it's a lot of D1 talent on that side of the ball, and Harris County is just getting manhandled right now up front. And these kids look like they're just getting worn down mentally and physically.
And Harris County looks like they're just going to let this clock run out and just head on to the fourth. Oh, and they may run one more play. Handoff, and another absolute demolishing hit. And then a little gritty on the other side of it. Carver is dancing their way home to a 3-0 start. Y'all better stop playing with Jarvis Jones and his Tigers. It's 49-0 here on Georgia, Alabama Sports Live.
Imagine a life-changing injury. Imagine the fear and unknown. The Houston Clinic Sports Medicine Team, the only physicians in the area with advanced certification in orthopedic sports medicine, treats sports injuries with innovative techniques. The Houston Clinic has helped nearly 1 million athletes live without pain. Imagine getting back in the game. Imagine the best game of your life. The Houston Clinic Sports Medicine Team.
Real recognize real. Real taste, unmistakably Sprite. Real refreshment, crisp lemon lime. Sprite, obey your thirst.
I'm always on the go. But with the Kinetic Credit Union app, Kinetic is always with me. The Kinetic mobile app is virtual banking at its best. With the Kinetic mobile app, I can easily send and receive money, make a deposit, pay some bills, and I can even open up a new account, all from my phone. And I can monitor all my accounts in one place, all on the go. The Kinetic mobile app, energized banking at its best.
Kinetic Credit Union, the energy for your dreams.
Welcome back, everyone. 4th down, and Harris County is going to bring on the punt team, Mike. The band, loud and clear.
Yeah, you see that little hype party on the sideline for Carver there coming in this 4th quarter. They are ready to keep this thing going, it looks like. They're not letting up one bit.
I'm going to shout out Lorenzo Manuel and the band from Carver. They've had a lot to play about. Unfortunately for Harris County, the band has just been sitting there looking at each other after the halftime performance.
I say, if Carver didn't know the fight song too well before this game, they sure know it by now.
There goes Zach Watts. Hello.
In space.
There goes the freshman. Woo. And he is gone. The Phenom says, let me get in on the act. And he goes for a punt return for a touchdown. A flag did come out, which will probably unsportsmanlike penalty there, Mike.
Yeah, it looks like Watts didn't want to. He saw his other two fellow cohorts in the backfields got multiple touchdowns today. He said, well, heck, I'll just go ahead and get my second one on this punt return. Somebody needs to call Granddad because somebody's been out here just sweeping the floor tonight.
And we got a Jack Houston Memorial injury timeout.
After the touchdown, unsportsmanlike against Carver.
And then unsportsmanlike Kennedy.
On the kickoff.
And the penalty will be added on the kickoff. So Carver's going to do to kick the extra point here, Mike.
Yeah, it looks like they're going to go
And
backwards
running
on the
clock.
kickoff. Yeah. That's one that's kind of thankfully in Georgia for that mercy rule right now because it could be way worse than what it is with this talent on the Carver side.
55-0. So I'll try to math, but but coming into this game, they were averaging just under 50 points a game. They were averaging about 49. They've scored 99 points on the season, Mike, with 55 looking to be 56 here.
Yeah, that'll put them
That will be at 155, and that will put them way over
right,
50 a
52.
game.
Yeah, about 52 a game.
And this team was incredible last year, over 40 a game, and they just said, well, we'll take it to another level. Let's go to 50 a game.
Yeah.
And then on the flip side, Mike, they have given up 25 points in 3 weeks, and they were all in that first game. They've had back-to-back shutouts so far. So they're averaging 52. They're giving up a little over 8. And the dominance continues. This time, the freshman phenom, Zach Watts, gets a punt return. It's 56-0. Etta Lewis, thank you so much, brother. And I'll see you next time.
Thank you.
Y'all better drive safe.
Real recognize real. Real taste, unmistakably Sprite. Real refreshment, crisp lemon lime. Sprite, obey your thirst.
They haven't let up not one single bit. They're still shooting the gaps. These kids are, you can tell they're coached up well on the defensive side of the ball.
Well, for those who have heard me on a broadcast, apparently I'm bad luck because I've called 4 straight blowouts. So if you hear me on there, have your team look out because they could be in for a rude awakening, it seems like, Mike. Smith Station Shaw wasn't as bad, but Northside Shaw was. Obviously, Carver Spencer last week, and then this one is the cream of the crop, man.
Yes, it is. This one was pretty much, I mean, you hate to have said it, but looking back, it was kind of over from the get-go after, especially over those 2 quick touchdowns. Carver only ran 6 plays on offense at that point, and they didn't let up from there. Question is what's Tommy Watson going to say to his team after this? I mean, you've been shut out 2 weeks in a row now between Troup County and Carver. Neither one of them really even close. I mean, a 40-plus point loss up there in LaGrange against Troup County, now 56-0 already against Carver. You got to find some way to motivate these kids coming into region play, especially next week with Daugherty coming up, because Daugherty's no slouch coming out of Albany.
3rd down. And that one's going to be a big-time loss. Helmets come off, and Harris County's going to pick themselves up. 5 minutes and counting.
Yeah, he shot that. Once again, another defensive end for Carver shooting that gap coming across. That offensive line hasn't had a whole lot of answers for the Carver defense tonight.
Fourth down.
I mean, Harris County's had 4 possessions so far, lining up to possibly punt on this one. First 2 possessions of the second half were fumbles. The third one ended up in a punt return for a touchdown. Like I said, you wanted to win the half when you came out of halftime already down, but 4 minutes to go here. It's not looking too good.
And that one is going to be kicked. By the way, Glenwood already leading Elba 35-0. So looks like we got blowouts across the board,
yeah.
Except for Valley Smith Station. That's a good one. But
yeah, Glenwood, I believe, took that loss to Valley. They saw that second half.
You were there last week for that, Mike.
That second half was a big turnaround for Glenwood.
And I was talking with Ryan Nelson. If they had scored a touchdown there right before the end of the first half, who knows what would have happened. That was really a momentum killer.
That goal line stand really killed them right there whenever they had all the momentum heading their way to end the first half. Came out strong. It took them, that last drive took them about 6+ minutes to get into the end zone, left them with too little time at the end of the game to make anything out of it. But you can see the wheels starting to turn for Glenwood at that point in that game, so it doesn't shock me that they've come out so strong tonight.
All right, we're going to go ahead and throw it up there, but hold up. Woo! There he goes. Hello, touchdown. Zach Watts tumbles his way in. Mama, there goes that man. And Zach Watts just shows you why he's got speed of a stallion. Holy Toledo. 62. And that's a freshman. But there is a penalty. I wonder if they're going to get it for the tumble into the end zone, which I'm all about the kids having fun.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Let them celebrate a little bit. They're out there. They've worked hard all week long. They've been out there sweating and cussing at each other and fighting in practice. They come out here having a great game. They want to show out a little bit. That was one of those Southern Bell long-distance house calls. I mean, 82 yards, untouched, and just track meet. Nobody came close to him.
So we were trying to get the player of the game, and I almost wanted with that with that touchdown, we could have swapped it up again. We'll throw it up there, Ty Jackson. The Alex Quinney All-State Good Hands Player of the Game, thanks to Alex Quinney and All-State, is Kobe Caslin. He had multiple touchdowns. So did Zach Watts. So did Kelson Popcorn Tarver. Miles was great. And how about Hurd? I mean, there's a lot of players we could have picked from, Mike.
You could even pick, I mean, Woodson with his one-handed catch for the touchdown, his other large reception for the team. I mean, you had like we've talked about multiple times, we're probably turning into broken records here for the listeners. but a bevy of options for this Carver offense. You've got 5 game breakers when they touch the ball out there in the open field. And then you've got Hurd playing point guard, just dishing it to whoever he wants to, handing it off to whoever he wants to. He can stand there and watch the plays develop from far deep downfield as these guys are hitting big plays all night long.
63 for Carver.
I mean, with a running clock, we're already under a minute, so it's possible we might not even see a Harris County offensive snap before this clock hits zeros.
$20, $25, push out. So Harris County is going to lose 63-0. Carver's going to go to 3-0 on the season, Mike Frost. What a dominant game from start to finish. There's no other way to spin it.
Nah.
This was just one of those good old-fashioned take you behind the shed and tell you, don't mess with me anymore.
Exactly. I mean, especially after last year's loss, Carver probably still feeling the effects of that, still upset about that. They wanted some retribution. They got way more than that tonight with this 63-0 drubbing. Another thing they did was they put everybody on notice, hey, last year was no fluke. We're coming back, make another run for another state title here coming out of Columbus, Georgia. I mean, the talent on offense and defense. I mean, Harris County had no answers on either side of the ball tonight.
Absolutely not. Don't forget we got the scoreboard show coming up presented by this Beck Center. Cannot wait for that. It's going to be a lot of fun. It is the scoreboard show coming up on Georgia Alabama Sports, GIAA.TV. Cannot wait for that coming up at 11 o'clock tonight. That's the high school football scoreboard show presented by the Beck Center. Live every Friday night. Visit GIAA.TV. That is GIAA.TV. Well, thank you again to our presenting sponsors. We appreciate them as always. Glenn Smith Chevrolet GMC, Coca-Cola, Houston Clinic, Jack Houston Memorial Hospital, and Kinetic Credit Union. Dominant performance from Carver, 63-0 from Mike Frost. I'm Thurip Behringer saying thank y'all so much for watching. Have a great rest of your Labor Day weekend, and we'll see you next time on